in the neighborhood. Could you survive?
Could you survive?
Could you survive? Damn, that shit looks weird on that. How does it look on your...
Could you survive?
Could
I feel
you
like I
survive?
look bright because of the yellow, maybe?
I mean, nobody told you to bring your Caltrans outfit.
I know, right?
It's okay, I brought my janitor uniform.
Is that really? Oh, yeah, it is.
Hello, everybody.
Show them your haircut, bro.
Okay, so I recently went to a salon and I got this haircut here. You know what I'm saying? I got Lucky's name on the back, but you just can't see it.
Well, you know what? Gangsters go to the barber shop. Gay fools go to the salon.
Yeah, I just got the plug. So.
That's just the way that shit works. Nothing against gay dudes.
Yeah. Never anything.
All right, well, I think it's game time, baby. Let's get this shit cracking.
Game time?
I think it's game time. What are we doing right here? What are we doing? I really need a new song, dog.
Well, let me get on the remix of Chopsticks.
I really need a new song. Even I. Should I just play? Should I just play an instrumental track? Yeah? Switch it up, just an instrumental?
Yeah.
Let me see. Nah, that's too hard, bro, because I got to get into some other shit.
Okay.
I got to dig it up. Let's just do it like this. It's freedom when I speak, shut the fuck up. It's freedom when I speak, shut the fuck up. It's freedom when I speak, shut the fuck up. It's freedom when I speak, shut the fuck up. When you need to speak up. Guess around the corner, get your hands up. Fight for your rights, time to man up. I don't wanna die, my babies need love. La 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 for my freedom. Yeah, we don't need them. AK-47 soldier can hunt. Educate your mind, no handcuffs. You wanna build a wall, this is war now. You wanna beat us down, you gon' get loud. These touchy ass cops need to chill out. COVID-19, get the fuck out. They tryna kill us all, let the smoke out. She tastes like a peach, but her mouth foul. Shackle on this bus, time to wild out. Sitting in the cell, this is my house. The price for my freedom, homie, tell no lie. Through the window of my cellar, watch the sun rise up, then come down. Wasted days, wasted life. Put a pedal to my neck, homie, lay me on down. The slow fade, baby. Welcome to Hoodstocks on a Sunday. Late afternoon, early evening. Shout out to my Goonies. Love you, motherfuckers. Shit, this year just flew by. About to kill me a turkey. And I ain't talking about Casey either. Today's podcast is brought to you by Wavy Bar. If you would like to learn how this particular chocolate bar can improve your mental health, check them out on IG and TikTok at Wavy_bar, at Wavy_bar. No bullshit, man. These Wavy Bars there are no joke. They're bomb. Today's podcast is also brought to you by www.50rags.com. You see this shit right here, my G's? Cop it right now. I got a few of them left. You know, what does it say right here, dog?
Hood Scouts.
Hood Scouts, baby. You know what I mean? Some of us didn't make it to the Boy Scouts. Some of us just we skipped that whole fucking level, dog, and we went straight to the Hood Scouts, my G. You feel what I'm saying, dog? Mm-hmm. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
There we go. We live in the chapel of the unholy. The Holy Ghost! All right, my bad. Sorry about that. Today we have a very special guest, and she is not nervous.
No, not at all.
Today we have a special guest, and we are trying to make her feel very comfortable. Mm-hmm. Can I get an amen? Amen. Damn, you didn't know you could come to church, girl?
I didn't know.
Out of Los Angeles College Prep Academy. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Everybody give it up for Janet. Let's go, baby. Why is that low, bro? Everybody give it up for Janet. That sounds better now, right? It didn't sound like that before, huh?
No, it didn't.
Stop fucking with the buttons.
I haven't even touched it.
You playing with these buttons too much,
You got
sir.
the Wavy Bar all stuck in there last time.
So the Wavy Bar is a chocolate bar that it helps you improve your mental health. It actually has a little bit of what is it called?
Psilocybin.
In it. So, anyways, we'll talk about that later.
I'm curious now.
No, but it really does. Like if you microdose, it really can improve. I mean, the big pharma does not want you to have the natural things that are coming out the earth. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because they're up in that lab making billions, right? And just by this little mushroom that grows out of a cow, Doogie, I mean, at times I ain't gonna tell you, I'll be real with it, it helps me, but everything is in moderation. You know, we don't promote drug use here at all. We promote ways to help your mental health. And if you're not up on it now, the future, if you need the stamp and the confirmation, it's coming real soon, you know. But you know, when it comes to like crack cocaine, methamphetamine, like that does not help your mental health. No. That will destroy your life. Kids, do not do that. Do not do that. But there are things like, you know, the plant marijuana, psilocybin, you know, the mushrooms, and you know, it's coming. It's coming. Some of it's already here, the marijuana, CBD, right? I don't know if you study any of that. I
have.
You have, okay. It's probably for another time, another podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another podcast.
Yeah. So Janet, you are out of Los Angeles. Los Angeles College Prep Academy out of Northeast LA. Mm-hmm. You work there as the janitor?
Yeah, the janitor.
No,
I clean the rooms and the floors. Well, I'm now the office manager, athletic director. I also take care of the culture in school, but I actually started as just athletic director and discipline coordinator.
Discipline coordinator? Yeah,
so kind of like a dean.
Like a dean, the dean of the school. This is a charter school. This is a beautiful school. It's a very small school. It's got a very, it's like a honeycomb hideout. You know, I visited the campus the other day on something that we possibly having coming up, which I will keep you guys posted. But it's a beautiful campus. How many students does the campus hold?
At the moment, we have about 50 students.
50 students. And these are grades from?
9th through 12th.
9th through 12th grade. Okay, 50 students. And so, I mean, how do you get into this school? Do you have to get the Willy Wonka's chocolate bar with the golden ticket?
No lottery, no, none of that. It's a free public charter school.
It's a free, so any kid can go to this school. Is there room for enrollment right now?
There is plenty of room.
Plenty of room.
We want at least 50 more to keep our class size small.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And so, why do we not have full classes at your charter school?
Many reasons. Just LAUSD taking a chunk of our kids.
I mean, are they coming? Are they pulling up?
Not like that, but it's more like we don't offer the hybrid schedule anymore, meaning Zoom class or being on campus. LAUSD did claim that they would do that, but it's more like they're transferring their kids to what's called City of Angels, which is independent studies. Now they open those doors to elementary kids, middle school kids, which is so unfortunate. So, we're hopefully by next school year, we have our chunk of kids. Slowly but surely, we are getting a bunch of transfers.
So you're saying LAUSD is hijacking the kids because they have something that appeals to the kids more than what you guys have, so to speak. The kids don't want to go to school; they want to stay home and do the online classes. Is that what it is?
Yeah, and sometimes it's not just the kids; it's the families. Maybe they're not ready to send their kids back on campus. They're scared of COVID and everything. But
so did the COVID mess your guys' numbers up with kids?
It did a lot.
It did a lot, and so you don't have the hybrid learning online class.
We don't anymore.
So the kids have to come to school.
They do.
Okay. I mean, that would work for my family.
No, yeah, it does work for a lot of families. Actually, by I think December something, LAUSD is actually kicking. It's not that they're kicking kids out, but they have to be vaccinated. So that's number one reason why we're getting a bunch of transfers into our campus.
Because we
don't mandate it.
You don't mandate it.
We are not mandating
and being
until
the fact
it's coming from the state.
You're a private school.
We're not a private school.
You're
We're
a charter school.
charter, public, independent. And because we're independent, we have to follow state rules, but we can also create our own.
So what happens when it's time to graduate? Are you guys taking the kids to MacArthur Park to pick up high school diplomas?
No, we hand it to them.
So it's a legit
plan how
school.
we plan
Okay.
how, whatever
know,
they
I
want,
mean,
whatever
just-
they want for graduation. They want it on campus, off campus. We just fundraise for it and we make it happen.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
It's okay.
I got a bad sense of humor. You
I have
didn't
a dark
laugh.
humor.
Dark humor. Yeah. I've been told that. I'm just trying to lighten you up a little bit, but I get it. You're represented in a school, a charter school.
Yeah.
You can't play no games.
No,
But you are drinking a Modelo right here.
I am.
Shame on you.
I know.
You're a bad teacher.
I'm not a teacher.
Oh,
She's a director.
she's
I'm
the
not
dean.
a teacher.
She's the dandada,
The dean of mean.
No,
the dean of mean. So you know what I loved about our conversation off mic is the curriculum that you guys have there.
yeah.
If I was still able to afford to live in my neighborhood, which I'm not, there's only one reason why I don't live in my neighborhood, because I can't afford to live in my hood.
It's
You know,
ridiculous.
matter of fact, right down the street from your charter school was the last place that I lived at, was on Monterey Road right there. It's all full of apartments. I was living right on that street like a couple years ago. But anyways, I would love to send my kids to your school because it appeals to me. You talk about school culture, right? Or the approach, right? And I love it. I love it. Like you said, you don't expel kids.
No, we don't.
You don't suspend kids. You don't give kids detention when they mess up. Excuse me. You put them in a circle and you discuss where we went wrong.
Exactly.
Would you mind speaking on that?
So going back, I'm not a dean no more. I'm not into discipline anymore. I didn't like doing that. Back then
Why?
it was
Why did you not
detention
like it?
for everything. Detention because you're tardy. Detention because any little reason you're out of uniform. And after that, it was like, after a few detentions, it's suspension. If you did something really, really wrong, then it's expulsion. And that's like, how are we helping the kids by doing all that?
But you're in a position. When you're in a position of power. But are you told what to do and how to use your power?
Yes, I
Okay,
was.
so you didn't-
as of this year, all that changed. We have a new executive director. That's why we have all this positivity,
I love it.
positive way to give back to our kids. Give them the help.
That's
Sit down
important.
and hear them out.
Yeah.
The way I see it is I work with these kids.
Is this a man or a woman?
Executive director?
Yeah.
Man.
Man, okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The way I think of it is be the person you needed when you were a teen. So if you can think back, a lot of people have their stories of being a teen, what you went through, what was going on at home. Everyone has a story. So I like to go about that. If a kid comes and they're tardy and they're in a bad mood, I didn't feel comfortable just giving detention. Now thank God it's all changed and I can sit there and ask them like, hey, what's going on? Like, do you live far? Do you need a ride? What's going on? They all have a story. So
What was one of the like tougher stories? Are you privy to share it?
I can
stories?
without mentioning names. And if he's listening, shout out to you because he went through a lot. One of the stories that actually put me in a position of thanking myself, I don't always give credit to myself for what I do and working with the kids, was an underprivileged student that he was just in a lot of mess in the streets, He wanted out. They came looking for him. He came back to school afraid, telling me how, he was worried about his parents and putting them in the middle of all this mess. And then, he was in and out of juvie. I worked with his probation officer. So then he came. Funny thing is, it was my birthday about like 2 weeks ago when this happened. He didn't know. And I'm very selfish like that. I just heard him out. And he came crying to me, and I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, they want to lock me up. I said, but you haven't even done a thing. Like, what's the reason? What'd you do? And I kept blaming him, like, it's you did something. And he's like, no, wait, like, I didn't do anything this time. I said, so then why do they want to lock you up? And he's like, just for, what did he say? Just for protection. They want to protect me so I can protect my family. So they want to lock me up. And I said, this does not make sense.
Yeah.
And then he went on with it. He's like, miss, like, he felt like it was just all coming to an end. And I felt his pain as he was crying, and I started crying with him. And he's like, no, it's like there's no God. There's no God. I can't change. I'm not going to change. I'm just going to become worse. I'm like, don't say that. Once I calmed him down, I called his probation officer myself, and I told him, like, what the fuck? Why are you going to lock him up? For what? And he's like, how do you know? I'm like, he just told me. He just spoke to me. He talks to me all the time, and you know this. So then I explained everything to him, and he's like, look, it's not my decision. It's the judge decision in the end. And I said, well, what kind of system is this? He said he's going to be 18 in like 2 months. So if he's in there and someone messes with him, knowing that he has that, that mentality of just protecting himself, I said, he'll be, locked up and just charged as an adult later on once he turns 18. Yet he's trying to change his life. I said, so what kind of system do you have? How are you helping him?
I'm still confused on why he would need to be locked up to protect his family.
So they came after him. People that
gang,
he was,
gang stuff, right?
Yeah.
So so he got himself caught up in some Donnie Brasco stuff or what?
It was pretty bad.
And so there's another gang that wanted him for something that he did, and so the cops got involved and said, hey, check it out, little motherfucker. We need to lock you up to keep your family safe. So
it was more the judge getting, involved. And I get it, but I just felt bad. He's trying to change his life, yet he's just obviously paying for what he did. But
what did he do? Did he snitch on some fools?
I think from what he told me, it was because he was just affiliated. Where it's like, oh, they know where I live now. Now they want to come after me. And maybe he was at the wrong place, wrong time, or I don't know.
You know what? Next time you need to call in a professional. You can call in me. Call in me, and I'll get to the bottom of these things. I'm just messing around, but hey, I'm serious. I'm dead. If you ever need my help on something, I'll most definitely help out. But yeah, it sounds like he got himself in a sticky situation. The cops are aware of it. Probation officers are aware of it, obviously. And they said, you know what? We need to get this little kid inside before he gets himself killed and his family hurt. Mm-hmm. So they're trying to protect him.
And that's understandable. But if they know that he's going to react if they mess with him, come on, they're going to be charging him like an adult once he hits that age. He was about to turn 18, so it's kind of like, he was just mad at the system. Like, they're not helping me. They're not helping me change as they're supposedly trying to help me change. And
I get it. You know what? I went to East Lake Juvenile Hall Central, right? And I turned 18 in there. And then I got transported to the Glass House in downtown LA at 18 years old to fight an adult case, right? So I've been down that road, But at that point in time, I was at a place where I was like, you know what? This is not on Janet. This is not on anybody. I get it. Sometimes, you don't want to bring no harm to your family, But there comes a point in time as a young gang member, where you got to take responsibility, You got to take responsibility. And, hey, if you did some shit, you got to go deal with it, Yeah. You go deal with it. Don't cry because you got to go to jail. Go to jail. Man up. Do what you got to do. Get out. And don't ever go back to whatever you came from again.
So that's the thing, though. He was in and out for years. So he already knew about that. So where he was at with me, it was, I want change. I want to change. That's where he was at already. He was in and out already.
Everybody wants change when the cops are knocking at your door. Not everybody, but some. Depends on the way you built. And I'm not trying to talk smack, but I you know, even as a youngster, you gotta hold these kids accountable. You know, like, bro, don't come here crying all of a sudden because you got yourself into some stuff. You know, like, okay, what do we need to do? You know what I mean? Well, maybe it's best for you to go in there. Mm-hmm. You know, maybe you need a timeout. Because there's been a lot of times, if it wasn't for my timeouts in life, I would be dead. 1,000%. Juvenile halls, prison, saved my motherfucking life. Got 13 years in the penitentiary, a bunch of numbers, right? There's other dudes that got way more time than that. You know, it doesn't matter. I can tell my story a million times. I can be in the penitentiary, and there's a point in time where you shut the hell up about your story because this dude and that dude and that dude, you ain't got nothing on their story. So there's always worse stories, is what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, sometimes jail's necessary.
So with him, it's not that I'm just backing him up, but
I hear it. No, you're good. You're good-hearted.
He's been in and out. To me, it was like, okay, you've already experienced that, so you know. If he didn't, I would have been like, no, put him in. And I did this with another kid.
I would be more prone to protect the kid that hasn't been in there. But since you've been in there and you still ain't learned your lesson, going in so many times, and now you coming to me and you crying. But you weren't crying a week ago when you had you doing your thing, right? Hey, I'm just tough love though when it comes to me.
No, I get it.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm
so
tough
with
love.
him, he was able to, change his life. And he's in a better place now.
Is he good now?
He's good.
Did he go to jail?
No, he didn't.
So whatever he did worked?
You
helped?
I didn't do much. It was up to the judge.
Well,
not me, but
it's funny sometimes when a probation officer is going to pawn it off to the judge because the probation officer and the pro officer is the middleman. You know what I mean? How does the judge know? The judge knows from the probation officer, the pro officer. That's the way the system works. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You tell me what he's doing, and then I'll tell you what we're doing. That's the way that works. It's the way the system works. It's really easy, you know? But I get it. It's not always fair.
Yeah.
It's not always fair. But at the end of the day, it's not fair. Why? Because we're making bad decisions. Why? Because the parents ain't raising the kids right, man. You got to put that little pit bull on a short leash, right? Sometimes. But, it's easy to be the product of the environment, But us as, and this is easy for me to say at 44 years old. Because when I was a kid, I made all the wrong decisions. But one thing I did do is I manned up and I handled my shit. I did what I did. I said, but it was a different time back then, I've cried before as a kid, getting arrested, most of the time it's because I knew the party was over and I had to go in there, or I was on drugs. Drugs will make you cry because you're emotional. Drugs will make you cry. As a kid, you drug the hell up and you on a high, and all of a sudden you get in handcuffs put on you. It's over with, and there goes the homegirl happy and whoop-de-whoop-whoop and all that. They going with you, and you're like, oh man, I was about to hit that. You know what I mean? And it's anyways, I'm sorry. Yeah. But I know the life. Yeah. And sometimes in those situations, the best thing to do is to man up and kiss that life goodbye and say, all right, we got to go do this now. And this is what I signed up for. I guess I might have a different perspective in looking at these things. And maybe, if I were to be a counselor for kids, the best thing to do is to take them out, show them a better way of living. That's the way I would say it. Show them a better way of living. Show them the good life.
So that's what we're doing now.
And I don't mean to interject and
no,
like rain on what you're saying, because I love what you do. You know what I mean? You're kind of like, damn, like these kids love you and trust in you. They can come to you and cry and just like, damn, if I'm gonna get at Janet, hopefully she can help me out.
No, but trust me, I had a few where it was like parents would come to me like, what do I do? I can't control my son now. And da-da-da. See, there it was like, if he got caught up, you have to let him do the time. Yeah. Stop getting him out. You're not letting him learn the lesson. And I had to do that a few times, and unfortunately, like they just, like you said, like they have to learn that lesson. Otherwise, I mean.
Well, you said with the dude, what caught me about you said with dude is you said dude's been doing this.
He was in and out of juvie.
Okay.
Main reasons why, I honestly don't know. But I did, okay, so when I started advocating for him, I did notice that it was a different mindset. Like he was serious. Like he just wants to change. Like he knew, I'm about to turn 18. If I don't stop now, I'll be charged as an adult. Yeah. And I felt that. Like he was being honest. You know, I felt I could have just turned my back. But I'm not that person. That's so I did my part, and you know, once he changed, he even got baptized and everything. Like he's on a whole different road now. You know, and now he found me on Instagram and he wrote me like this huge paragraph, like you did your part, you were there for me and you believed in me, and I'm like, I guess it just takes one person, right? Like
sometimes it does. Thank you. You know, thank you for doing what you do. Is there a lot of kids in your charter school that are dealing with those type of situations?
Not anymore, not like before.
And why?
I mean, obviously, we're just doing something different now.
So, are you attracting a different type of kid, or what? Are you attracting a different type of kid?
No, I mean, even now, they all have their stories, but it's nothing major. I mean, I'm sure they can get out there and just, you know, ditch or whatever and get out of school. But now with the, you know, the new curriculum we have going on, they love school. You know,
Why do they love school? Because I didn't love school. I hated school. And so why do they love your guys' school? Why do they love Los Angeles?
Well, aside of their A through G curriculum, we have a better support system. You know, they see that we're not giving detention for any little thing, or we don't do uniform anymore. Their uniform is literally any pants that they're comfortable with, shoes that they're comfortable with, and any gear that we have. Okay. And that's it.
Okay.
You know, so back then it was like, okay, you're not in uniform. That's detention already. You're tardy. That's detention. So to them,
that's an institution.
Yeah. So to them, it was like, well, I'm already late, so I'm just not going to go to school. I'm just going to ditch.
Yeah, that's an easy call.
And exactly.
That's an easy call.
Exactly.
Shit. It's a party down the street.
And then,
it's a kickback.
Unfortunately, that just causes a bunch of, you know, kids just dropping out, you know. So now it's like they love it. They love school and they're learning responsibility. Like, all you have to do is get here on time. They get there on time. Back then, our doors, class started like at 7:15. Now gates open at 7:30. Classes start at 8:30. And to them, it's like, that works. I mean, I wish I had that when I was in high school, you know. But yeah, you know, and then they get there. They get there on time. So that alone helps them. Aside of that, Wednesdays we have what's called Wellness Wednesdays. So we have community members come in and teach. Like I said, maybe one day you can come and teach, you know.
I mean, after this podcast, you may not want me to come in.
Why not?
You're like, bro, you're a little too rough.
Do you have any hobbies? You want to sit in a circle with these kids?
Yeah. I'm actually, I knit.
Really?
Yeah, I knit. My free time. Warmers. I know warmers. I knit warmers.
What kind of warmers?
It's warmers. Yeah. But yeah, I'd love to teach it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is he looking at? What is that?
He's looking up warmers.
This is what he knits.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, you won't show that.
Yeah, don't put that in there.
And so, what set you on this path for just doing what you do? You know, were you raised in where were you raised at?
Mid-City.
Mid-City, huh? Yeah. How was it out there? Raised out there? Were you raised with your both parents?
No.
Good family? No.
No. My dad wasn't around. Now he is. So if he's listening, I'm sorry, but no, I wasn't raised by both parents. I was raised with my mom, but mainly my grandparents. Rest in peace. Yeah. So
a lot of kids are raised with their grandparents.
Yeah.
Especially in I mean, I won't say just a certain generation. I mean, all generations. A lot of kids are raised with their grandparents. I mean, depending on what kind of parents you got dealt, and you got dealt, right? See, the wild ones, or you know.
And then becoming a parent and just being, you know, let down a lot. I was like, okay, I'm gonna become I have to become a better parent than what I had in my life. You get me? Like, break the cycle.
Yeah.
How to break the cycle.
So you have kids?
I have 3 kids.
You have 3 kids? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good parent.
Probably watching me right now.
Are they watching right now? Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to my babies.
Shout out to your babies.
Shout out to my babies.
Yeah. Well, that's good that I know that the kids are watching.
Yeah.
You know.
But they know what I'm like, what I'm about. I had nothing from my babies. So yeah.
You're kind of like on the Hood Howard Stern show, so to speak. I mean, we hit a lot of different areas, subjects, but we like to have fun here. We like to keep it easy, keep it light, but we do touch a lot of serious topics. Mm-hmm. And sometimes we can have a dark humor in these serious topics, you know, so. I wouldn't consider this a family channel. Would you consider a family channel, Casey?
I would not.
No?
I would not consider a family channel. So I have a question. I actually want to know what an athletic director does. So when I played sports, I usually played the bench, so I never really saw the athletic director.
Oh, man. What did you play? What did you try to
Left
play?
bench, specifically?
He looks like he'd be good at the bench, you know, water boy.
Water boy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what is, like, the job of athletic director? I mean,
Honestly,
I have a couple jokes, but I don't think I should say them. But
Go ahead.
go ahead.
Say
No,
them.
that's fine.
Athletic director, I mean, we have responsibility for a lot. I mean, my main thing is keeping these kids on track with grades. You know, if you don't have the GPA, you're not even allowed to play.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is that why you were benched or?
No, I just was kind of, I used to wear husky pants from Mervyn's, and I wasn't the fastest.
But what sport were you in or?
Flag football.
Oh.
Track and field, soccer. What else is there? Baseball, volleyball.
You weren't even good at volleyball, bro?
I wasn't tall enough.
I'm trying to think of what a sport you'd be probably good at. Like, maybe you should have joined the miniature golf team.
But for midgets, is it regular golf?
We don't host golf, but I think it's just the mentality and patience, no?
Yeah, like...
So you've basically been a failure your whole life then. Because look at you now. You're on Hoodstock's podcast, bro.
Yeah, the Hood Howard Stern. I made it here.
You did make it here.
So we could say... I would say athletic-wise, I was never, never the greatest. But I could work hard.
Well, so just so she knows you're not a total loser, bro. Like, tell her what you do for a living now, bro.
Like, I lost my job because of the COVID mandate. So... I have a GoFundMe. I'm trying to raise $150. That'll probably get me through the month.
$150?
Yeah, that's like a McDonald's cheeseburger 3 times a day. That'll get me.
Shut the fuck up.
So what were you doing before you got fired?
I work. Yeah, it's tough for me right now. I used to work in reality TV. I was going to pitch my first show on Thursday, and then I got let go. Imagine that.
Were you going to pitch your first show?
Yeah, I was.
What kind of show were you going to pitch?
It was just a reality show that I have with this celebrity hairstylist named Caesar.
Caesar Milan?
I wish. The fucking dog whisperer. Dude's a legend.
You should start a reality show called The Dildo Whisperer.
Would you be the host?
Hey, what are you doing tonight?
Oh my god. But yeah, I used to.
Oh my god.
Lucky's looking for a lighter. Someone get Lucky a lighter,
God.
please. Because he took my last one, so now we're doomed in the studio. I only have matches the old-fashioned way. But yeah, so athletic directing, right? What do they do? I just know that they always hated my brother because my brother didn't have good grades, and they were always on his ass.
See, that's the main thing we do.
So how do
You
you
have to have the grades. My system was checking them every Monday.
And how do you check these grades? Is it just
a system that we have?
And you just look for just Fs, and then you just like
no. I literally check every kid that's in the team. If they have Fs,
okay.
That week they can play. They
okay, play. But so if it's like obviously a large school, then it'd be like definitely a laborious task, right?
Yeah.
So how long have you been athletic directing?
Going for my 7th year.
And how does one get into athletic directing? Did you go to college for this, or?
I didn't. Honestly, it's all experience.
Did you play sports yourself?
No, I didn't.
So you're like
but
me.
I always had my boys into sports, and I love sports. So I watch sports, and that led me into
being an athletic director. Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I would think that if you were an athletic director, you would, be particularly good at maybe a particular sport, But I guess it's just, do you go to school to be an athletic director? Or is it just a title,
It's just a title, but if you're trying to go major as in college and professional, then it takes a lot more, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of schooling do you have behind what you're doing?
It's honestly just.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
It's loud.
I honestly only went up to high school diploma and a few classes after that.
Okay.
I don't mind talking about it, but I was that teen mom. So I had my oldest at 17. And once I had him, like I said, I wanted to, cut those chains of parenting and all. So I told myself I'm going to take responsibility for what I just, what I did, what I have. And I became a full-time mom at a point, and I don't regret it. And even now, they're very supportive with everything I do.
This is a CBD cigarette.
It's okay.
It's not tobacco. Just to let you know.
It's okay.
And that's dope, though. So you've been able to. Are you pursuing? Is this a passion of yours? Like, is this? Are you? Is this kind of a? Did you want to do something different, or is this a? Is this? Are you down the road that you wanted to be down? With schooling and stuff.
I do want to get there. Now that I know I'm more comfortable where I'm at now and what I'm doing, I do want to get there. I do.
And so what is the majority in the school? Are they all like raza, the kids?
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
We have, we've had all races, but yeah, we have majority of, what you call raza.
And do you guys, so with that being said, do you guys teach, do you guys, we talked about, what does your shirt say? That's a shirt from
prep versus colonism.
Colonism, right? And so that's your school shirt, right? And what would that define? What's written on your shirt?
Pretty much what I explained in the beginning. We're not the regular. I don't want to say it again, but like anything like LAUSD, where they just have this whole system of detention, suspensions, expulsions, and we have something different here. We keep it real. We can hear all these kids out, and once they leave our school, they're doing something big. They find themselves.
Do you teach about decolonization and everything?
Yes, we do implement that.
Yeah. Okay. And what would be the first step in decolonization, do you think?
I don't teach that one, but what I do, so going back to what we were saying, like circles, that's where we start.
Yeah.
We get to know these kids one-on-one, build relationships with them. That's where it starts. Even if they're troubled or they have, like I said, they have a background and a story, like it starts there. We can sit in circles and they don't feel awkward, like I'm not trying to share my story with you, or, and it starts there. It does start there, but little by little, they open up. And this is what we're about. If they go to another school, some bigger school, they're not going to open up.
Yeah.
It's more like they hide or they get lost.
It's easier to.
Or they rather not go to school, not even feel motivated to go to school. So that's something that we're implementing into our school.
Colonization. Colonization is basically when foreigners come to your native land and they take it over, right? Decolonization is basically trying to figure out a way to get your land back somehow, some way, right? Mm-hmm. you know, and that's been happening for a million years, and it's never going to end. It happens in all levels of life. It's actually happened in this neighborhood right here, once upon a time ago, and this is kind of like on a different level, but it kind of reflects a little bit. Once upon a time ago, this was someone else's neighborhood, and then another gang came and took over this neighborhood.
That's another way of putting it.
Yeah. I mean, if I was a teacher, I'd probably break things down like that. But it's something that has happened for a million years.
It has.
And it's not going to stop. You know, it's going to happen in one way, one form or another. And there's got to be a point in time where we find a way to move forward, right? I mean, I know there's a lot of people that will forever, and I'm not talking smack, but that will forever be stuck on history. And yeah, history is important, but I think the future is even more important.
Yeah.
So how do we move forward? You know, decolonization, gentrification.
Gentrification is a major one, especially
in Northeast LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Northeast LA. You know, how do we, I take it as a lesson. I take it as a lesson. You know, we didn't own nothing. Our roots weren't deep enough into the soil. What we thought was ours wasn't, and the gentrification was a lesson of how to protect what's ours in the future. You have to own stuff. You can't just be renters. Okay, so how do we own stuff? We need to get our residuals up. We need to have better jobs. Do you guys teach, literacy and like how to manage money, people skills?
Life skills.
Life skills. Do you guys teach that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think too many high schools are. I mean, the high schools, regular high schools, LAUSD is teaching you how to be poor.
Unfortunately.
Or middle class.
As my friend said, school teaches you to become a great employee.
Yeah. Teaches you to be an amazing employee, right? Because when that bell rings, it's time to go to lunch. When that bell rings, it's time to go back to class. When that bell rings,
we actually, funny thing, we just got rid of bells.
That's dope.
That's another thing where, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's important because they're just programming us to keep the world moving for the rich. They're keeping us down here with the curriculum they're implementing in public schools. That's why there's probably a lot of wealthy people that don't have their kids in public schools. They might have them in homeschooling, you know?
Yep.
Well, I mean, what do you think is important at your charter school that you guys are teaching? I mean, what's the most important subject in school right now? That we can get out of the schooling? Just if it's a charter school, if it's a public school, what's the most important thing we can get out of it?
From any school, I would say,
math, reading, right?
You gotta know how to do that. English, math, they always see it as, when am I going to use this? But it is important.
It's very important.
Yeah.
Math is huge. Math is fucking huge. Why is math huge to me? It's because I was never good at that. You know, when it comes to numbers and I seen formulas and all this shit, I would shut down.
That was actually my favorite.
My favorite was reading and talking shit. I was good at that, you know? But when it came to just numbers, maybe like genetically, maybe my chemistry, right? When I don't know anyone in my family that can say, oh, they're fucking brilliant at math. You know, I don't know if or maybe it's none of that, and maybe we just haven't placed importance on that and it hasn't passed down to be important, right? I don't know, you know? But some people are naturally good at things. Were you naturally good with math?
I was.
Yeah, that's dope. So that's a strong point.
It was more like, show me the formula and I can just, figure things out.
Yeah, it doesn't scare you. It
did at first, saying X, Y, and, it did. But once, it was middle school. That's where I started loving math. I had such a strict teacher, but she got my attention, and that's how I feel. It also takes that right teacher, Like I said, if you don't connect, then That's just boring, you know?
You know what I'm good at? I'm not good at, you know what we need to do? One thing we need to do is we need to minimize the number of kids that are in one class. If we are freaking packing kids in a class, it's going to be harder for kids like myself to learn, because I need a little bit of one-on-one. You know, I'm one of them special kids. You know, you need to hold my hand. Yeah. You know, you need to walk me through this math equation, these formulas, these steps. You know, and I do so much better when I do it. But
that's if I'm number one reason why we like to keep our classes small. It just works better.
It does.
It does.
Because you can focus on, so if you have 50 kids at your charter school right now, and that's 9th through 12th grade, I mean, damn, those are pretty small classes, huh? But then again, it's not a big campus either.
It's not. I mean, you've seen it. It's small, but it has a lot of space.
It does. It's nice. I like it.
So at your school, I know you guys are big on like decolonization. Now, are you familiar with the book Decolonize Your Diet?
No.
So it's a book that was created by these two Bay Area professors that basically talk about the whole, decolonization of, it's Mexican American. It's like the Mexican diet, and it's like mostly indigenous based food recipes that happen to also be somewhat vegetarian, that will get your gut back into, what you should be eating. So at your school, like, how do you guys handle like lunch and stuff there?
We do what the kids still don't like, which, trust me, I hear it all the time. But we do get, vendors bringing us the food. But something that we open our doors to is our students are allowed to bring their food in. As in, once you get in the real world, meal prep. You don't like the food, meal prep. We store it. If it's cold cuts, they can eat it, or we will microwave it for them.
I mean, I'm cool with an old-fashioned fucking bologna sandwich. Mayonnaise on both sides of the bread, put a piece of bologna in that shit, and I call it good. I'll put some Doritos in the middle of that is it safe to say Funyuns
colonized?
Yeah, bro. Obviously, bro. Yeah, I'm colonized, bro. I'm not walking around here. Bro, I got Nikes on my feet, bro. I ain't got no cardboard sandals that I stitched in the backyard or something.
You don't want those?
Yeah, I'm colonized, bro. You're colonized too, bro.
I know. I just got a haircut.
At a salon.
I had
that's horrible.
Well,
bro.
I had long hair for that whole reason, but then I just couldn't keep up with the long hair anymore. That's why.
What's crazy about it is you have the Aztec police out there, bro, that are acting like they are not colonized. No, you are colonized. You were birthed in a hospital. You weren't birthed in the forest or a jungle or something. I mean, like, we can go on and on. There's levels. You brush your teeth with a toothbrush. Shit. You wipe your ass with toilet paper. Shit. You ain't colonized? Wipe it with a bush. Oh, no. That's when I draw the line. Shut the fuck up.
It's definitely how woke you go. So, if you could touch on the curriculum of how exactly you guys I know you don't teach the course, but like, what's like the basic structure of like decolonization,
well, we do a little bit of what you talked about, like from the book. We have gardening classes on Sundays, and we have gardening classes on Wednesdays as well, where they learn about how to just
put the seed in the dirt. Put the seed in the dirt
and grow your own vegetables, and what can you do with it?
You know what? People have decolonization messed up, bro. Let me tell you this, bro. Decolonization, bro, can be a way of finding how can we get some power back, right? And decolonization doesn't necessarily mean overthrowing what took our land, bro. How can we coexist with each other? How can we not have to work in the factory? And at the end of the day, I think it's really just individually, bro. Educate yourself, bro. You know what I mean? Educate yourself, work hard. There's a lot of different ways that you can decolonize your lifestyle. And if I'm misspeaking, then feel free to correct me, because I don't know everything, but I'm thinking about this at the top of my head. We can individually decolonize ourselves, bro. We are not trapped in nothing, bro. If you are trapped, then you are trapped by your own doings.
I mean, yes and no, because you're also trapped within the system that's obviously.
What system? This a system where people are thriving?
I mean, of course. I mean, people always thrive in every system. It wasn't like the Native Americans in Mexico were the only ones thriving around the whole world.
This is 2021, my boy. There's got to be a point in time, bro, where we say, all right, bro, yeah, that sucks. We lost that war. Don't get it twisted, dog. The natives, bro, when these motherfucking Europeans were coming in, bro, and British and all these cats coming in, homie, they were slaughtering the fuck out these motherfuckers, bro. They didn't go out without a fucking fight, dog.
Oh, yeah,
they were slaughtering the fuck out these dudes, dog. Bodies, my boy. There's bodies on this land of these Europeans and all these other cats, dog. But, you know, at the end of
they created the cult to kill Indians. The revolver was made to kill Indians.
You know the last place that was colonized, bro? Janet? Africa. You know why, bro? Because they didn't want to fuck with them lions and motherfucking elephants, and I mean there was some crazy jungle shit cracking over there, dog. It was easier to come over here. I mean, I don't know everything.
He said, wait, hold on.
I might have just made that up. But I think Africa was the last place to be colonized, bro. Well, because that was rough terrain, my G.
It's currently getting colonized by the Chinese.
Africa is?
Yeah, Africa is. Yeah, Chinese are in there, and they're.
You telling me there's going to be some Chinese black motherfuckers around there?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
That's crazy, dog.
Yeah,
and that's going to be a dream for some of these Asians, dog, because they're finally going to have something to work with. Right? Shit, that's a lot of years with shit getting shitted on.
But I agree with you on the point of like it was the past. How far in the past do we have to go for us to let it go, or at least to remember and be like okay, but to move on? And it seems like it doesn't. There's no point of time in the current 2021 scale.
There's people, bro, that are stuck on the past, bro.
No, I agree. So, like,
Janet, how do you feel about that? Am I?
Some people
feel free to correct me.
No, you're
please.
right. A lot of people are stuck in the past. I'm one that doesn't like to touch the past. Honestly, past is the past, and you can only move forward.
We learn from the past. We learn. We learn where we went wrong. Yeah, we learn what we did right, what we did wrong, how we move forward.
Exactly.
Without history, there's no future. Right? So, okay, we learn what happened right here. Gentrification in Highland Park, Northeast Los Angeles, right? We'll speak on that because that's the area I'm from. During the gentrification, the community was weak. We lost our jobs.
Well, you guys lost
homeowners lost they couldn't pay the mortgage. You know, the banks were buying everything out, bro. The big dogs, you can call them the Europeans, you can call the white dudes, you can call them corporate, whatever the name you want to put on it, bro. They seen the enemy weak, if you want to call us the enemy, right? If you're in the housing market, right?
Was it also gang injunctions as well that also played that?
That ain't got nothing to do with it, bro. Gang injunctions has nothing to do with people losing their fucking houses.
Well, they do because Sponto from Born and Raised, that's what happened in Venice.
Bro, check it out. I'm on the gang injunction, bro.
Yeah, I know, but they took as much as you could have saved your parents' house by being the next generation that was working, you know, to help them not have to sell it. That's basically what we're saying. You wiped out 18 to 20, 25-year-olds.
But check it out, bro. Why was I on the gang injunction? Because I'm from a fucking gang, bro.
I know, but you could still work though. You could still work.
Excuses.
I don't know. Those
are endless.
Those are kind of facts.
No, it's a fact, but an excuse of why my parents lost the house. Huh?
How old were you, if you don't mind me asking?
What?
When all that happened?
Well, I'm 44 years old. Go ahead, look at Preston.
All right, so no, with the gang injunction, what happens is just having those houses located in a gang area will lower the property values, right? So you take all the crime away, now you can raise the property values, and this kicks all the families out. That's that gentrification right there. It's happening like throughout many areas of LA right now, Orange County. You lower the property values, everybody buys up the property except our people. The black and brown people weren't buying the properties when we should have. These white companies were coming in, redlining, and all this comes from the past. So everything that if you look at the way we move from from the 1800s, 1700s, 1800s. All that affects us now. The redlining, the Jim Crow laws, all that affected us now. So if you look at the 50s in Santa Monica, that's where all the blacks lived. It was a poor area. It was bad in the 50s. And so what happens is there was no jobs for the blacks in that area. So they couldn't go out and get jobs. And so then they moved. Then they raised the property values over time. Then the blacks had to move out of there. And so that it all comes from all that.
Check it out. I get, bro. All right. So let me say this, bro. Everything can come. Everything at a time like that, bro. Everything is basically kind of like, with better lack of words, weakening the structure, your structure, right? Like, it doesn't help it, all right? So the gang injunctions back then, it didn't help it. But at the same time, what the fuck were gang members doing anyways, bro? They weren't buying houses, bro. They weren't paying mortgages. They were doing drugs and committing crimes. Why can I say that? Because it's what I was doing, dog.
No, absolutely. That's
why I was on the gang injunction.
It is hurting the community, absolutely. But it's something where. So
you're saying if there wasn't a gang injunction, then all these gang members would have saved their parents' houses. That's bullshit.
No, but you have people on the gang injunction.
Maybe some responsible, good drug dealing motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but take the ones.
I was good at doing drugs.
Take the ones on the gang injunctions that did time and want to come home and live their life, but now they step outside or they're wearing color or whatever, and then now they go back to jail.
You know what, dog? I like your style, dog. I like it, dog. I mean, I like what you're advocating for, dog. And I'm not trying to shit on my own people or shit on myself, dog. But what I like to look at things is I like to look at it as in what I was doing and how was I benefiting the community. I wasn't, bro, at all. I'm gonna tell you this, dog. During the let me put the camera back over here. Thank you, Preston. That's our photographer right there, Preston. Everybody follow him.
Social justice warrior, Preston.
And Preston's amazing sometimes, dog. I'm glad that he's back. He's back from Texas. He was out there doing some. What were you doing out there, bro?
He was protesting veganism.
Veganism, yeah, that's what he was doing. He's a vegan. I mean, yeah, he's a vegan.
I was gentrifying Texas.
So this is crazy. So during the time of gentrification in Highland Park, I was working for Eddy Electric. That was the actual name of the company I was working for. You know, I was trying to do good. I had a spot in the hood. You know, like, I was juggling that life of doing good and fucking up, right? And it got to a point with the gentrification that just work was horrible, right? You know that, right? Like, everybody knows the work was bad. And so it came to a point where the owner started working with me. And then next, you know what, it came to the point where the owner was, his name was Eddie Dean Eddy. Dean Eddy was his name, out of Sun Valley. Shout out to you, motherfucker. And it came to a point where Dean would be like, hey, I'm gonna call you in the morning, I'll let you know if there's work, right? Like, it came to first it was, I'm gonna call you the night before, and then it came to the point where I'm gonna call you in the morning and let you know if they're coming to work. Like, it was
like an on-call.
Yeah, it was getting bad, and finally I just said, hey, Dean, my G, I appreciate you. Thank you for just giving me work and trying to give me work and bop. And I said, but I'm good. I'm a bounce. And you know what I did? I started selling methamphetamine. And I went to another world. And that world was banging. The drug world during that, what was it called? Gentrification? 2008. Yeah. Hey, the working world was eating ground beef and noodles. The gang world, the underground world, was barbecuing carne asada every fucking night. It was crazy. I opened up a deli in my neighborhood during gentrification on Aldama and York at that liquor store. I think it's called the York Stop now or something like that. I had the fucking the meat market side. I rented the meat market side, badass spot, and I had my homies working right there. I had my homegirl Loca working right there. I had my little homie, Little Droops was working right there. I had them working right there, selling I don't even know if we were making money, but I had money right there. You know what I mean? Straight up, that's what it was. The gang world, the dope world was banging, but the economy was fucked up. So I didn't really get affected by the gentrification besides, you know, everybody losing the cribs and stuff like that. Because at the time I was balling. I bought a Cadillac. I've had some shit cracking.
Of course, with some rims, huh?
Nah, it was Come on,
You
bro.
could have bought a house, bro.
No, I could have not bought. Maybe I could have. I could have, bro. I probably could have, bro. You're absolutely right. But you know what, dog?
But the education just wasn't there.
I was just a simple-minded ass gang member, bro. I ain't thinking about a house. I'm
You
thinking
said,
about.
I'm gonna make sandwiches.
No, I'm not thinking of. No, check it out,
You
bro.
said meat, bread?
That's
That's what
the
I
wrong.
love.
No, that's the problem, bro. I didn't see the big. I was just a.
You didn't see the bigger picture.
I didn't see the bigger picture. You know what I saw? I saw to the next day. Then I get to the next day, and then I think about how to get to the next day. You know what I mean? But really, you're absolutely right, dog. I could have put that money into a house. You know? That's why we got to teach the kids
Definitely.
Yeah, that's.
how to deal with money.
So is a money management class part of the curriculum there?
That's in the plans.
Because
Yeah,
that would be
definitely.
really awesome. It's because as we know,
If you know anyone that can teach a community class Wednesday, just bring them along.
And
We
so,
do have a workshop on the 20th that might have a little to do with that as well.
oh, interesting. That's really cool.
But it's more of just building yourself, you know? Like you said, being self-taught. You know, if maybe making music is your thing, or I don't know, everyone's different, you know?
What
You
about
can't judge them for what they want to do.
what media classes do you offer?
Media, we don't teach media right now.
that's my boy right there.
We were teaching, what was it at? Oh my God, I forgot now.
This dude's worked on some big productions.
We
Like
teach at our school.
this dude.
Thinking about it right
What are
now,
some of the
maybe.
things you've done, bro? You've done the Lego Masters.
Lego Masters. I mean,
He's done a bunch of stuff. Like this dude's in the industry, in the entertainment industry.
yeah. I mean, that's what I was thinking. I was like, damn, maybe I could teach some kids some things.
You could, bro. You absolutely could, bro.
Yeah.
You can do a workshop about how they can get into the industry, bro. Right?
Start there. And
Yeah,
then
I mean,
show
yeah,
'em
yeah, definitely.
The background to it.
Yeah, it's like background. It's mostly just someone getting you in. No, I know.
Any
I know.
resource is
I know.
a good
No, I
resource.
know, definitely. No,
I can go
maybe
there.
we could build a resource. Maybe I could build a resource where there could eventually. This is me just thinking right now. It's like you could build like well, I guess that's kind of like what Staff Me Up is. But if I work with a couple like production managers, and then they look in this one website that like is for they would call it, you would be green, right? When you start your first job, you're green. You're a green PA. It means you don't really know anything. Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking about that right now.
You know what I'd love to do for you guys? You know what I mean? Because we might be having a very amazing Christmas event at your guys' charter school, which is going to be, you guys, it's going to happen. So we just...
Can you talk about it? Or you
Not yet. Not yet. But I know you wanted to talk about it, but we're just going to wait on that until everything's just really...
locks in.
Yeah, super locked in. And it's basically locked in, but tomorrow will be the day when we do what we do, right? And we're still good on that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3
Okay, cool.
o'clock.
Yeah. But what I would like to do, bro, is I would like to get my union representatives, the organizers, to go in your school and show these kids that they can join the electrical union and own a house by like 22 years old, 23 years old. They go in the union right out of school. Oh my God.
That would be awesome right now. That would be a second one. The first, something we have going on as well is a construction one where they can get into the union and just start making big bucks,
Any union is a good union.
Yeah.
Like, imagine this. With the high school diploma or a GED, you can get into a union apprenticeship, start you off like at $20 an hour, and you'll get upgrades every 6 months. Upgrades are raises in your money. And in 5 years, you will be making, in the electrical trade, you'll be making damn near $60 an hour. And that's your take home. But really the package you make is like $100 an hour because they put money into your retirement, they put money into this, they put money into your health, you got a vacation check, like they do all this money management for you, and it just makes it easy for just like a knucklehead like me to be like, all right, I'm good. These motherfuckers got me taken care of, and that's what union does. I mean, I really like union changed my freaking life. I was working non-union before, and it was crazy when I was working non-union because I had this owner. He was a fucking Jew, right? You know what I mean? I'm half Jew myself, right? And he and all the guys. It was a company out of Sun Valley. No, not Sun Valley. San Fernando Valley, and all the guys were like, "Oh, this dude loves guys that have families," you know. And I said, "Oh, is that right?" And I said, "Well, if he loves workers that have employees that have families, then why do we not have insurance?" And I said, health insurance, right? I said, why don't we have health insurance if he loves the guys with families? And I said, let me tell you why he loves guys with families. Because he knows that you're going to show up to fucking work.
They're going to be committed.
Because you have to take care of your freaking family. That's why he loves dudes with families, you stupid motherfucker. You know?
Yeah.
So that's non-union. And you know what? I'm not saying all non-union is bad, but I got into the union, and man, that changed my life.
You got a truck with rims.
Oh, that's how you got it.
Truck with rims. This guy right here. It's a truck with rims. What a dick. I mean, but how do you feel this podcast is going? I know it's kind of like a little all over the place.
It's a little bit of everything, but I mean, that's how I am. I usually get off topic and I can talk about anything. So,
I mean, did you watch this podcast before coming on this podcast?
I watched a few.
You watched a few?
Yeah.
Which ones did you watch?
Of course, the Dwight Howard episode.
I felt like I could have done a better interview with Dwight Howard, but I felt like I was really rushed.
I love how he opened up, though. You know, it wasn't just about basketball. So I love that.
You know what?
So that's what I saw with your podcast. Like, you guys talk about, you know.
Yeah, no, we talk about everything.
And, yeah.
Yeah. We you know what? So the biggest numbers that we do right here is when it's like homies from the streets. I mean, that's the initial bread and butter of this podcast. I said, you know what? I'm going to start this podcast and I'm going to have nobodies on here. I mean, nobody's in the like entertainment world or social media world, but there's somebody's on the streets, right? Like these are dudes that are, you know, that been through some stuff, right? And you hear their story and you're like, whoa, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, bro, you been through that? And so, because I always had these crazy conversations, like when I was in the penitentiary. You know, I'm in a lockdown. I'm in the hole. I'm in a crack house, a meth house. You know what I mean? And I would just have these crazy, high as fuck, just having these crazy conversations. And I said, you know, I just wanted. I reflected and I thought about all these conversations I always had, and I said, you know what? I want to bring these conversations to a platform like this so people can hear them, and they don't just see this guy with the bald head, right? You know, oh, that's a fucking blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? I mean, we all judge, right? I get it, you know? But so the people, the public, right? The average Joe that they don't know, they just seen a American Me, they seen Menace to Society, they seen Boys in the Hood. They just fuck up, so blah, blah, blah. Like, no, there's a story behind these dudes, and some of these dudes are very intellectual individuals. Unlike myself, I'm just like, I think I'm fun. I just like to laugh and clown and talk shit, you know what I mean? But I work on my stuff. I constantly working on my stuff, and I try to inspire others to do the same. You know, like we need to work on ourselves, and it's never too late. It's never too late to better yourself. Yeah. You know, educate yourself.
I was just telling, I forgot who I was telling back here. Like, that's something I teach my boys, my sons to do too. You know, like watch after whoever you're hanging out with. Because that's your circle. I might not know them personally, but at the same time, don't get lost in anything they might be doing or get caught up or, you know.
How old are your boys?
20 and 18. 20 and 18.
Are they good boys?
They are.
That's good. You're a good mama. You raised them right, huh?
Yeah.
Is the if you don't mind me asking, is Pops actively in their lives?
He is now.
He is now. That's good.
We co-parent, so.
That's good.
I think it was a better choice.
To co-parent.
He stepped up as a father to be there for them. So,
I mean,
sometimes marriage doesn't work, you know.
Yeah.
And all I asked for was be a father to my kids, and you know.
So you were married for a while and it didn't work out.
I was married since I got married at 18.
That's tough.
It is. It was.
Yeah.
It was.
You weren't able to experience certain freedoms. I mean, you were seeing the world spinning.
I think about me, it was about my kids, you know. So that was my upbringing.
Everything was revolved around your kids at an early age.
Yeah.
So you felt like you were locked in an institution.
I did.
And you needed to get out of that. And now you're living in the free world. You do as you please. You do what you want.
Yeah, after I had my daughter, and they're all from the same dad, she taught me courage.
Your daughter did?
Yeah.
How?
But it was like I saw myself in her, you know, little by little. So at the age of 2 is when I just made the decision of, you know, this isn't working. I can't be myself.
At the age of your daughter was 2.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
On the kids.
That was years. And it was off and on, you know, my boys and her, they're 10 and 12 years apart. She's only 8.
Sometimes I have problems with my girl, and you know, you think about the kids, right?
Yeah.
You know,
And I did that for years.
is that a mistake?
You know what? The way I see it is I tried for many reasons that it's not that I gave up, it's that I started thinking for me and my kids. Like, it's unfair to them to see an unhappy mother, you know? So when I made that decision, it was like I tried for many reasons. I tried for the marriage. I tried for my kids. I tried for my boys. I tried for my daughter. Then it was like, I can't. You know, and when I started working, it was like, you know, I got hired as an athletic director. And to him, it was kind of like, wow, you have my dream job. I'm like, wow, you can't be supportive.
Oh, he felt like that.
Yeah. I mean, now he's great. Like, we're great. We're good friends, you know, but
I mean,
that's how it was back then.
When you got that job, was he working at like a McDonald's or something?
No, he has a good job. He works at Loyola Marymount. And, you know, because of that, my boys get free tuition.
Oh. Damn.
So I'm like, okay, my daughter's only 8. Can you stay there till she goes to college?
Hey, free tuition is better than free chicken McNuggets.
Yeah, but if you were to bring him in the room though, like he would admit to you that I did my part as a, you know, then wife. Like I supported him in anything he wanted to do. He was in the streets himself, you know, and I encouraged him to, you know, he said himself, like, it's like I raised him to be a man.
So,
you know?
yeah, so he could have salvaged the relationship, but he fucked it up.
Yeah.
I think all women say that though.
No, he did.
He did.
He was in and out, and it was. I'm that type of person that's like, keep it real. If you don't want this, say it. Just say it, you know. And to him, it was like, I don't know, like he wanted it just to be there, but still, you know, get out there in the streets and, you know, look for something else. And
he was on the prowl.
You know, like
he was sniffing around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Sometimes we learn our hardest lessons, you know, through mistakes, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, he can admit to all that now, you know, but unfortunately, it was just too late. So.
I feel it.
You know?
Unfortunately.
I have love for him. He's the father of my kids, you know, but it's not nothing like it was.
I mean, sometimes do you see him and he looks like an ice cream on a hot summer day?
No, I don't see him like that.
Is that called a snack?
I don't see him like that anymore.
No?
No.
Women are crazy. They'll grow past it. I think a dude will always be like,
I think I still have a chance.
No.
It's just dudes.
Dudes are built different, huh?
I think they are.
Fucking just savages. Just
I mean,
fuck.
If I can share something.
Dogs, homie.
My kids, my boys have caught him, you know, checking me out. And they're like, dude, Dad, that's awkward. You know? And I'm like, dude,
he's like, moms can still get it.
No. Since I left him, trust me, there's been nothing. But I did put him on the spot. I'm like, where the fuck were those eyes when you were with me, though? You know, like that's done. There's no chance. There's no.
Women are made different, bro, because it seems like some females, once they just like turn that switch off, that switch is just like done, bro. It's off.
Yeah.
At least they say it is.
No.
You're green right there.
No. My light is red.
Well, you could be, but it all depends because a person outside looking in be like, she says it's off, but look what she's wearing every time he come to pick up the kids.
No.
You're just like, it's like in the winter, you got a bikini on, like, oh, I was about to go to the beach.
Oh my God! So you brought some things for Lucky as a gift.
Oh yeah, I did.
Can we see these
gifts?
These gifts, I like gifts.
Well, first of all, it's a replica of my sweater.
I like your sweater. I told you when you came in.
What does it say?
The prep versus colonism.
I love this sweater right here.
That's dope.
And then it's a shirt with the same.
What size is it?
It's your size, fool.
My size sexy, baby.
You said double X in shirts, but I didn't have any more.
all
So
good.
these
We
are
got you extra small.
1X, and these are just with the bulldog.
That's dope. That's dope. I'm gonna hook my boys.
Let's see.
up right
Let's
here.
see that one. Let's
Bulldog?
see. Yeah, the bulldog
This is the
one.
mascot right here, huh? The bulldog. Mm-hmm. If I ever start a charter school, my mascot's gonna be the Pookie.
College Prep Academy.
That's
Nice.
dope. You know what I want? I really love what you guys are doing. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I was-
Oh wait, there was one more.
I have a hoodie for you, and I left it in my truck, and I'm gonna get it. Matter of fact, dog, can you get it for it, bro?
I have one more.
One more.
So on my spare time, I do paint.
Yeah, you.
Oh wow.
So I got you in LA. The LA actually glows in the dark.
Are you serious?
And then I put some Mexican flowers to,
I love it.
bring out the Mexican side of you.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that shit. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That's amazing. That's dope. I mean, when you get in, like, so what do you do? Like, once in a while, you get into like the zone of. I mean, is this therapeutic for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a Pisces. I can't stay still.
I'm a Pisces too.
I can't stay still.
I'd
So
rather be
What's your
if
birthday?
it's my
What's your
February 19.
Mine's February 25th.
Okay.
But some people say I don't really act like a Pisces.
They don't know you.
What do you mean? Am I Pisces all the way?
I think so.
Well, you just did the and all that other shit, bro. I mean, what do you know,
I
bro?
kind of saw it when I met you, though.
Yeah, what did you think?
Yeah, the fact that we're understanding, we don't judge people.
No.
You get me?
I mean, I talk a lot of shit, but like at the end of the day,
You're just talking shit.
I'm
You're
just
not,
talking
like-
shit. Like I don't like want you to suffer. I don't want you, I have empathy, and sometimes it gets misunderstood.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this fool. Damn, homie.
Damn, fool, you working on a car or what?
Come on, bro. I'm gonna shake your hand, bro. Shit.
Go spray him down in the back.
Nice to meet you guys.
But yeah. But yeah, you know what I mean? That's so what before I know we kind of like we're gonna get close to end this because I don't want to drag you too long because we both have work tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
But being a I mean, do you believe in astrology?
I do. Here and there. Not too much.
I mean, does it actually define most people, like their birthday, their signs? I mean, does it what do you think, Casey?
Sometimes it does. I wouldn't say like the daily things about what you're gonna do daily, but sometimes it's tough, man. 'Cause sometimes
feel
you
like-
read it and you're like, wow, that is, but then you're like, how the fuck does this?
The
How does
way I
this make
see it-
sense?
Yeah, the way I see it is like it kind of represents the character.
Yeah,
You get me?
exactly.
Like your character.
But then
Your
how?
individual character.
I never really looked because
What is your sign, bro?
Capricorn. So it's like I'm a hardworking, like stern, have dark jokes.
Why do I think females that are Capricorns that got bad raps. Is that true or?
Yeah, they're usually very promiscuous.
Okay, yeah. And then Pisces are very just loyal, loving.
Or they'll cry and then they'll be like, I'm sorry. Like you'll fucking say some shit and you'll be like, I'm sorry, dog.
What Pisces are?
Yeah.
I do
Yeah,
say
and
some
that's
shit.
what
I
I'm saying.
apologize.
These motherfuckers they don't know.
Yeah, they don't know. But I just say that because I love you, dog.
No, yeah.
And I don't want to ever something because I know sometimes I can come off sometimes you just come off like the
Hard,
You come off
strong.
hard and strong and stupid, and then you just catch yourself. Like I can go 0 to 10, and then I can go back to 0. You know what I mean? And I'll just be like, shh.
See, and
I was
then
wrong,
people
dog.
take it
My bad.
personal, but it's kind of like if you don't know me fully, then you're going to just take it personal and think I'm just a terrible person.
I mean, is Pisces the best sign ever?
We're dope people.
We are dope people.
We are.
What's so? I mean, besides being empathetic, being able to admit
We're
when
loving.
wrong,
We take care of our people. It's what you're doing.
I take care of my people.
Yeah. We do that a lot. I do that with people I work with. I do that with the kids I affiliate myself with. Friends, I have a small circle.
So Pisces
Yeah.
are known for being emotionally sensitive, gracious, and emotionally aware. Pisces characters are regarded for being amongst the most sympathetic of the zodiac signs, and they will go to great lengths to ensure the happiness of those around them. They're also creative and imaginative.
Yeah,
Creative, definitely.
Yeah, I got a podcast.
Unlucky has a crazy imagination.
I do. I got a very outlandish imagination, but it's entertainment for myself, and it's helped me through some dark times too. You know, sometimes I've just sat there in a cell and just laughed from my own thoughts, and my cellie looked down at me and just be like, "This motherfucker gone."
That's my kid. Why are you laughing? Like, oh, random thought that something from the past or.
Yeah, and so what works for me is being in a like free creative space. Like this right here, I'm in a free creative space, and I like to have dudes that share the same vision. Like, we got this guy busting pictures. Casey's a very creative dude. K9, we're working on his creativity. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like everybody would just come through.
Fuck the people back there.
And
Bev's a very creative person.
We like to bring out the creativity of people that surround us. Like I mentioned earlier to the guys over here, like one of my old, alumni now, he used to be a tagger.
Who did?
But one of my old students.
Okay.
And he was a oneer, just, writing his name.
Yeah.
And I did tell him, like,
so you know the difference, huh?
I do.
She said he was a oneer.
Keep that off of school, But little by little, I saw that he had talent, not in just writing a name, but art.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Now. There's
dudes making.
And he knows who he is, so shout out to you. He's working with John Zender doing murals.
That's amazing.
And doing tattoos,
Yeah.
But it's, if college wasn't for you, he's doing something with his
hands.
Dude,
tattoo work is the new drug dealers.
So
they're so fucking expensive to get a tattoo nowadays, and if you can shoot that script or shoot that black and gray, or you got that, you can move that needle and that ink, bro. Fuck, dog, killing it.
So is that how your school preps for like college in a way? Is finding how each individual works?
We get to know them personally. I mean, that my individual work, that's separate. That's
if
I connect with the kid and I see, that's just me, But our teachers, our counselor, everyone brings out the good in the kids, and what college will they line up to? That's their job. You get me? So with me, it's more like
but like you recognizing the talent in a kid, right? Is it just if he was in regular school, 1,000 teachers just brush it off. Or
of course.
Send him to detention. So
or
that's
just kick him out of a school.
Exactly. So that's one of your guys' like pillars, is identifying what strengths your students have and being able to, I don't know if you like create curriculum for them or just tell them, hey, you're really good at this. We're going to, you should look into these things. Or
the curriculum is there for them. It's built for them. Definitely.
Yeah.
If I, obviously connected with the student, I could have given them a suspension for tagging in our restroom, you get me? But I'm not that person. It was more like, go clean it up and do something with it. Not until he graduated, he actually did something with it. We had a mural, you've seen our mural on campus, that was all John Zender, and we needed help, prepping that wall and actually getting the paint, the mural on there. And I brought him in, like, you're the person.
Nice.
And it just started from there. And
I like to, like, somehow, some way have this podcast bridge over. In a positive way, of course. Not our our nonsense that we do here sometimes, and in a positive way, somehow, some way, just be able to like help you guys, benefit you guys, in doing what you're doing. Because if I was in the area, I'd most definitely have my my high schooler go over there. Most definitely. I like what you guys are doing. What the teachers. So all the teachers that are there, they're obviously went to school for teaching. They have their credentials, right?
yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's dope. And do they? The faculty, the teachers. They obviously it can't just be a job to them. They got to believe in the system right there, right?
Exactly. We don't attend like, it's just a job. And even they don't see it as just a job. It's
got to be like a culture, right?
Mm-hmm. I see our English teacher staying till like 6 sometimes. She's off by 3:30.
Yeah.
But she's that dedicated.
That's amazing.
I love to see it, yet I tell her sometimes, like, you got to think of you, like.
Yeah, don't run yourself to the dirt because we need you in the long run. Yeah, and sometimes, yeah, I get it. I mean, so in at your school, what are the classes the kids got to take?
Same A through G courses. Another thing that we do implement aside of our wellness classes are a mentor class. You know, so
That's big.
it's very big. You know, going back to being athletic director and going, you know, literally hunting these kids for their grades, it's like they're on themselves about it. They can check their own grades every week. If they're failing a class or they see that, you know, they're close to a C or something, they kind of feel it, like, no. And that's their time, you know, to get their mentor in, either with their counselor or their actual teacher. If you're failing English, you go to your English teacher and figure out
what can I do?
What are you missing, or if you're missing anything, or what can you do to raise that grade.
Well, that's technology nowadays, right? Like that you can actually like go online, right? Even with your small school, and the kids can see where they're at.
But we actually have a class for that. It's called a mentor class. So that's an hour of just focusing on that.
Looking through and seeing where you're at with everything and where you can improve.
And literally learn to communicate, either it's by email or direct, you know, go talk to your English teacher, see what's going on. And same with the teacher, you know, if they see that their student is struggling with something, like you said earlier, like you need a little more one-on-one, that's their time to get that one-on-one.
Wow.
You know?
I love that.
So
I think kids should, there should be like a public speaking. I think kids should have, and these are probably just workshops, right? I'm just thinking out loud right now. I think what would be good for kids is to, like the movie Wolf of Wall Street. I think it was Wolf of Wall Street. He said, "Sell me this pen." I think, was it Wolf of Wall Street where he said, "Sell me this pen"?
I don't recall.
I think it was the movie Wolf of Wall Street. He said, "Sell me this pen," you know? And the dude tried selling him the pen, and then he sold him the pen, if I remember correctly. But just I think that's a good workshop. You know, being able to just, like you said, communicate, right? Communicate, public speaking. You know, I mean, sometimes you have to go into environments for job interviews, and your resume might be light, but if you're, you know what I mean, if the gift of the gab is heavy, and you shooting that breeze,
then you got it.
Yeah, you might get it over all that dude that came in with the file cabinet, right? With all the credentials.
Yeah.
I mean,
How to interview is a good job too. I mean, a good course too, or a class.
So non-union electrical work, you gotta meet up. You basically meet up with the owner, non-union, right? And you just tell them what you're good at. You sell your soul, right? You know. And I'm not trying to pat myself in the back, but somehow, some way, I was always able to get in front of these owners of these companies. And just like, so I know what they're looking at. They're looking at a bald-headed dude with tattoos. So I know I got to try a little harder. I know I have to, you know, have a certain tone in my voice. I ain't got to talk like a gangster. Hey, what's up, my G? Yeah, dog, I need to feed my family, bro. You know what I mean? Like, hell no, I got my fucking, we got that voice, right? That tone, the you know, the professional, however, whatever comes out you know what I mean? You got to channel that, and you got to shoot your shit, you know? And I've been able to, you know, non-union work with electrical shit. I mean, basically, you are negotiating what you're worth. Mm-hmm. And I've got in, and I've got some, you know, non-union. I've got some, you know, good wages because I was able to, you know, talk my shit. That's important.
They do. You have to take speech if you go to college. You have to take a speech course.
I mean,
but at that point, it's like it's already too late. You're already like 18. And you're barely learning then. You only take one course. You never have to do it ever again.
You got to start them young, bro, on just little things, bro. Start them young and just be like, just like that little thing. Like, sell me this pen, bro. Sell me that juice. Sell me that bag of hot Cheetos right there. Why am I going to buy that bag of hot Cheetos from you instead of from this motherfucker right here? You know?
Yeah.
Well, because this bag of hot Cheetos, you know what I mean? You know, I came from fucking Africa, the motherland, where they make the hot Cheetos.
I heard that something where did I hear something that they were saying that? I don't even want to get into it. Never mind.
Yeah, but anyways, that's a little off topic. But you know what, Janet? It's been amazing having you here. Thank you for stopping by. It's been fun. I mean, I knew we were just going to have you on and we were just kind of chop it up about, you know, school and curriculum and just a little bit of life, a little bit of this and that. And that's what we do, you know. Nothing crazy, nothing too heavy. you know, but is there anything that you'd like to, you know, just put out there in the universe to the audience? Anything you'd like to plug? I mean, feel free to.
Well, if there are any, you know, families that are looking for a high school, especially with these hard times, you know, again, going back to these mandating, you know, of COVID shots, bring them to us. You know, bring them to LACPA.
And why are you guys, that's kind of a little question I want to ask before we head out. Why do you guys not implement that?
The beauty of our school, again, is because we are an independent school.
They don't co-parent with their government.
Yeah, we're not. I mean, we go based off of what the state requires. So as long as the state is not requiring it, then if we have to go based off of just, you know, maybe testing them every week, we're on that, you know.
Are you vaccinated?
I'm not vaccinated.
No, you're an anti-vaxxer?
I am.
That's cool. And why?
I mean, I've kind of read about it, and I'm not about it.
Because there's information about like baby fetuses and all kinds of crazy shit. Is that what they said? That's what they said.
No
right?
jab. No jab. No.
You know,
jab.
and another thing is like with, you know, someone was arguing with me on Facebook about it. Like, they're like, oh well, if you go to LAUSD, it's mandated to get like every shot since you were born. Yeah. Unfortunately.
For years,
But
right?
with us, it's like there's families with different beliefs. They might be indigenous. They don't believe in shots, and that's fine. Just they have their TB, and that's it. You're good. I can't force you to get any shot. You know?
Have you ever heard of the Spanish flu?
The Spanish flu? No.
No. Yeah.
But, yeah.
It was an old pandemic, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Killed a lot of people.
Killed a lot of people.
If they had something to prevent it, would they have used it? Who knows?
But a lot of people died over it. And there was no social distancing, sorry.
Ding, ding, ding.
There was no, you know, people were just, there was no hand sanitizer. And
modern medicine?
Yeah.
I mean, even the same with polio. I mean, right?
Have you gotten a flu shot before?
I have. I have.
Interesting.
I mean, I have my shots.
You know what they put in the flu shots?
I have my shots. And see, this is why I'm against the COVID shot. And I stopped taking the flu shot. I got a really bad reaction with it. So I just stopped. You know, I believe in keeping my immune system, you know, really good. And I work on that. And I haven't, thank God, have not gotten sick like that, you know. I haven't gotten the flu, but it's just how you listen to my body at the end of the day.
You know what they put in the flu shot?
What did they put in it? I hate to ask.
I was
waiting for that one too. I was like, what?
I was going to say something ridiculous. I won't say it. But because we're trying to talk serious here now. I'm just a kid at heart, to be honest with you. You know, I just want to have fun, you know. But sometimes Lucky's got to check himself and say, bro, calm your little fucking ass down, bro. 44 years old, bro. Sometimes I got to tell myself, bro, you're 44 years old. Act like it's stupid.
But didn't you cross out, like, on your driver's license, like, your birthday year? And didn't you put an earlier birthday?
Nah, bro. I'm not single.
I thought that was a female thing. I mean, I don't do it.
I'm not single, bro. You know what I mean? I'm not out there. I swear to God, I'm 28. And they look at that like, bro, you got white out on your driver's license, stupid. But it's crazy. I get it.
It's medical tyranny, Lucky.
You know what? Let me tell you like this. I look at it like this. And I may be wrong a little bit, but it feels like people that really haven't been through too much stuff in life, they're tripping about the little shot. But cats like myself that have done every single drug in the book, been shot, been stabbed, I'm like, give me that little shot. Matter of fact, give me 3 of them just so I can let this motherfucker know it's going to be okay. You know? But that's just me, though, right? I'm not tripping on the little shot. I don't give a fuck what they put in that shit, you know? Apparently, hey, this is a bad conversation, and a lot of people don't like this conversation because it creates a lot of just animosity, hatred, like what side of the line do you stand on? Like, I personally don't give a fuck. When I got the shot, I knew I'm a guinea pig, right? I knew it. Mm-hmm. It's okay, you know?
And I just lost my job. What are you talking about?
Well, you don't want to get into details of why you lost your job, because he looks like that, but he's just another blue collar criminal.
I'm a blue collar criminal, buddy. That's what I am. That's what I've always been.
That's a whole.
Hang out with Roger Rabbit and all those fuckers.
He got caught up in some shit that he could have pulled back on.
Nah, not even, homie.
Can you answer? What? Go ahead, bro.
Have you heard of Semillas de Pueblo in Astrology?
I have.
They teach us about our indigenous roots. What do you think about that school?
I've heard a lot of great things from that school.
What is
And
it?
you guys start from elementary, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the name? Sorry, what is the name of the school?
Semillas de Pueblo. It's in Astrology and they teach you about your indigenous culture.
Yeah. I've heard of it.
You think it's a good school?
From what I've heard, it is. I mean, we've gotten a couple high school kids from there, but a lot of our kids actually went to like elementary, middle school with that school.
But it's pretty good. Like they teach you about your culture.
Yeah, they do. They're very hardcore about culture. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Co-host.
Thank you, youngster.
He's like, I want to add to that. No, but yeah, I've heard of it.
Any other questions from the crowd? Hey, you across the street. Hey, Janet, it's been good. It's been fun.
Likewise.
We got business to take care of tomorrow. Hopefully everything just connects and it makes sense. And we're gonna do something amazing for you guys for Christmas, man.
Then you can share it with the world and NELA and, you know.
Yeah, most definitely we'll share it. You know, I mean, we're working on something big, and this is in conjunction with their prep academy, Hoodstocks, a lot of great people coming together for the community, and that's why Janet's here. You know, I mean, that's how I met her, through a meeting that we had through these great people, and I just said, hey, you know, you want to come on the podcast? And you're just like, yeah, I'm cool. I mean, like sometimes some people, being the fact this podcast gets a little crazy sometimes. So I know there might be, I mean, there hasn't really been anybody that's turned down the podcast. Not that I'm trying to like say that we this and that, but I wouldn't be offended if somebody did, right? But you know, we from the same area, you know, we kind of cut from the same cloth a little bit, you know. We've been through them things, and it ain't no thing to chill out and just have these conversations. But the last thing that I ever want to do is to give you and what you represent a bad look, you know. But at the same time, we got to stay true to what we do right here, and we like. You know, we have fun, but we keep it respectful. But we actually we try to educate and light the community as much as we can, as much as our ability, right? You know, but
I love that you're giving back to the community.
Yeah,
you know, that's a big plan in the making. So
absolutely, and I love that you just came and you blessed the platform with your presence and with just a good conversation. I think I was the
only female in that meeting.
You were the only female. Yeah, there's a bunch of dudes there, and I mean, how did you show up to that meeting?
I was invited through Mondo.
That's
He's
dope.
Behind the Highland Park and works with community.
That's dope. Yeah, Mondo Medina. That's my boy right there. All right. Well, Janet, thank you very much. And we'll be talking soon, and we'll be connecting, and we'll be making some great things happening soon. And thank you so much. And anybody that would like to, I mean, do you guys have, is there any type of like GoFundMes? Is there anything that how people can support your charter school?
We do, honestly.
Like donations,
anything,
sponsorship?
Anything. Follow us on Instagram, LACPA Academy. We're active there as well. Any events we have going on, it's all on there.
Okay, cool.
So follow us through there, and
That's dope. Everybody
link up.
Everybody give it up for Janet. We are out of here. You guys have a good week, safe week, man. Holidays coming up, baby. Yeah, love you, motherfuckers.